Hey guys, Richard here with eBike Reviews and Adventures. Today I'm going to be taking a close look at the 630 and we're going to share that information with you. Big shout out to 630 for sending this to me, and I will say it is an honor because they don't send their bikes out to influencers, and I'm just real honored that they trusted me and was willing to do that. So let's take a look at it, and I'm going to tell you all the things that I like, the things I think could be improved upon, and we'll just go from there. Okay, so one of the things you're going to notice right away is this trike is just a little bit different than anything else we've had on the channel. Yeah, and it was designed that way. It was designed to be different. I was talking to Dustin over at 630, and he said, we wanted something that's going to be different. We designed it for some specific uses, and I'll share some of those with you. But first, let's just go ahead and take a look at some of the specs and get you familiar with this trike. So we do have a 750 watt motor right up here. It's a front hub motor, and as you can see, we also have disc brakes. That's 180 millimeter disc brake. They are mechanical, but I can tell you they've been working out fine so far and haven't had any issues with them. Now over here on this other side, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the suspension forks, because we do have those as well. Although the suspension is only a couple inches there, but it's been working out just fine for me. I haven't noticed any problems with that. We do have a wire basket up here on the front, and it's kind of deep, so you can put some taller items in this basket, and that's been working out just fine. No issues there at all. Kind of like the fact that it has that wire basket. Right here, you'll notice that it does have a folding handlebar stem, as well as it's adjustable. So depending on what your height is, you can raise this handlebar up higher or even drop it just a little bit lower. I'm 6'1", and it's in a comfortable position for me. Additionally, because of the style of handlebar this is, you got this U-shaped handlebar, you can loosen it up right here and also tilt these handlebars if you want, so you could tilt them a little closer to you. And that's important because, there's a lot of times for folks that they're not able to reach very far out in front of them, and they need something that's a little closer in because maybe they want to keep their elbows a little closer to their body. And this bike, this trike, allows you to do that because it's just got several different points there where you can adjust it to find a good, comfortable position for you. Now, it is a folding trike, so we have the folding mechanism right down here. And, for a 62-pound trike, it's fairly easy to fold up. It's still cumbersome at 62 pounds, no matter what bike, no matter what trike you buy. 62 pounds is still a little heavy for some people to be able to pick up and stick in the back of a car or an SUV or something. It can be done. Just don't think that it's, it's something that's real simple and easy to do. The seat post right here is adjustable, and it sits pretty low. I mean, you can get this really low. So, really shorter riders can easily ride this trike, which is something else I like. Along with the fact that it has 16-inch tires, it keeps the body of the trike lower to the ground. So that allows you to have a nice low step over. So I like that feature as well. Moving towards the back here, we do have a battery that is mounted to the frame underneath the saddle. And it's it does have a key to lock it in place. And that's a 10 amp hour battery. So by most standards, it's a little on the small side. I wished it had been just a little bit bigger. But for 10 amps, I mean, depending on your body weight and your riding style, this is still going to get you, quite a distance, depending on how you ride this trike. Continuing on toward the back here, we do have these integrated metal fenders, and I like the fact that they're metal. It means they're a little more durable. I think they look nice, covering up the rear 16 by 2 inch tires. And then on the back here, we do have this nice basket here. This is a larger size basket. It's nice and deep, so you can put lots of things in there. You can go to the grocery store and put a couple of bags of groceries in there. Don't have to worry about things falling out. It's got this handy little lid, and it's just a wire that kind of snaps into place right there. But, you can raise that up, put your stuff in there, probably put your small dog, pet, cat, something in there as well if you wanted to. Let's see here. We do have, let's jump on down here and take a look. Down here we do have a derailleur, and as you can see in the grass, it is really close to the ground here. So this trike is mostly designed for hard surfaces. You don't want to take this across the ground much. I just took it across the ground right here because I actually started down there to make my video and decided that wasn't a good spot, and I zoomed over here. I didn't have any problems with it. It came over here just fine. So just be aware of that. We do have a rear differential axle that makes it a little bit easier to make your turns and things because each wheel can spin independently. So I like that. And if you notice right there, something that's kind of unique is this is a 7-speed. So you'll see the gear set back there. So this is a 7-speed trike. And that's kind of nice too. Let's go up here and look at the cockpit area. We have this faux leather wrap handle grips, and it does have a small palm rest area right here. So I like that. It makes it nice and comfortable to hold. And those are the saddle brown that matches the seat. And it does complement the inside rim of those tires right there with the color that they put on those. The mechanical brakes are working fine. They're a little soft, and I probably still need to adjust those a little bit more for my use, but they stop you just fine. Don't have any problems there. It is a left-handed thumb throttle, so to get this thing moving, you use the throttle there. This has a reverse function. One of the best features about this bike, you can be riding it, you can put it in reverse, back up. You know, if you get into a spot where you don't want to be and you need to back up, you don't have to get off and push it and move it around. You can just back up. And that is such a way cool feature. I wished all trikes had that. Right next to that, you have the button pad. So you have your on button. It timed out. We'll fire it up. You can see how fast that came on. And then you have your up and down pedal assist adjustments right there. We do have 5 levels of pedal assist. We have our battery indicator. It shows us what our battery is doing. And then our speed right here, distance that we've traveled, that sort of thing. Then over here on the right side, you do have the standard Shimano shifter. And I keep it in the 7th speed because, honestly, if you're in a hilly area or something, then you may want to need the downshift to a lower gear. But for my riding style out here on flat ground in the neighborhood, I tend to go to the maximum speed of 16 miles per hour. And to do that, you want to have it in the highest gear. And even at that, you're going to get some ghost pedaling. So I wished it had a slightly different gear set on there to prevent some of that ghost pedaling. We'll talk about more of that here in just a moment in the riding portion of that video. But overall, you know, I think the trike looks good. I think it's a pretty good build quality. I haven't had any problems with it, other than if you watch the unboxing video, you know that we did have a wire that was loose right here on the basket. And I actually got snagged on a piece of clothing, and I ripped it off to about here. And I tried to repair it, but it just wasn't working out. And finally I just said, you know, it's not that important to me. So I took it off completely. So that part of the basket is gone. Other than that, don't have any problems with the quality of this bike. It's been working out just fine. So let's go ahead and it's almost quitting time, and it's getting noisy out here. Whew, I'll tell you what. Yeah, people flying. There he goes. Yeah, craziness out here, craziness. So let's just go ahead and do the riding portion of this video, and we're going to get going and talk about some more things. So I'm about 6'1" and 245 pounds, so I'm a bigger guy, and as you can see, you know, I can easily step through and get on this trike without any problems. I still have some good leg extension here, and you know what, this seat can go up just a little bit higher than that, so if you happen to be someone taller, you might be able to adjust it just a little bit higher, you know, not by much, because you want to make sure you keep plenty of seat posts down inside the frame right here. Likewise, if you're, you know, someone who is shorter, you know, you can get this seat down quite a ways and lock it in. And now you can see, you know, it goes somewhere between my thigh and closer to my knee. So you can get this thing down really low. Also, with the handlebars adjustable the way they are, you can raise it up quite tall if you wanted to and still be able to drive this thing around. I don't need it that tall. I like keeping mine down lower, right about there. So yeah, something like that's good. Now, one thing I don't know is I don't know what the torque rating is of this particular motor, but it does fine getting me through the grass right here. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it and say pedal assist 3, hit the throttle, and here we go. Now again, these are not off-road tires, you know, so it was really designed to be on the hard surface, you know, your sidewalk, your streets, or something like that. But I'm just showing you that I can still ride through the grass. So if you have a need to get through the grass or something, you can do that. And this grass through here, it's not smooth, okay? Here in Florida, you get a lot of rain, and so there's a lot of unsettling in the ground, so it's just rocky and divotty all over the place. Divotty, is that a word? I don't think that's a word. But you get my point. It's not a smooth walk, but yeah, we can still zoom around here in the grass, and you know, it does pretty good for having street tires and being little 16-inch tires at that. I do have a little wheel slippage. I notice it mostly when I'm turning the wheel like this, because it's trying to, you know, really get me propelling. Plus there's a slight incline right here, so there's a little wheel slippage, but not much at all. It's actually quite fun, but it does lean a little bit, so you got to counterbalance that lean. Otherwise I might go rolling off into the lake down here. We do have alligators, by the way. I just I don't see any at the moment. Yeah. So anyway, let's get this guy out on the road and see what else it can do. So as I was saying, it is, you know, best suited for the hard surface, but look at that. It's easy to get up to speed. I think I'll turn around right here. Now this is a longer trike. It's a little longer than some of the other ones that I've tested, so it's kind of hard to get turned around there. But yeah, still, it's a lot of fun. It's a whole lot of crazy fun. And if you haven't noticed yet, you know, it's fairly stable for being smaller tires and things. I mean, I can turn around here without the wheel coming off the ground most of the time. You know, sometimes one of the wheels will come off the ground just a little bit. And look, I'm on uneven surface here, right? I've got the sidewalk, I got the grass to deal with here. But I can do that. I can do this all day long. So that's one of the things that people are most concerned about when they're thinking about a trike, is how stable is it? And this trike does pretty good for stability here. I mean, my goodness, you see what I'm doing, and it hasn't come off the ground yet. I am counterbalancing a little bit, so I am leaning the opposite direction in which I'm turning, so that does help some. But yeah, well, let's get going. All right, so we're just going to cruise around here. I'm going to pedal. You know what? I just noticed something. I think my handlebars need a slight adjustment. Yeah, looks like they might be off a little bit. I haven't really noticed that till just now. So I'm just pedaling around right now using pedal assist. And we're going to get out here on the street, and I'm going to show you what that looks like a little bit better here. So let's get over here. Also, that front brake squeaks, I don't have it broken in yet. I mean, it needs to be bedded in. With time, that'll clear up. So let's stop right here for a second. Let's take a look at the pedal assist. So we're going to start with pedal assist 1, and I'm just going to get the trike moving. And you know what, let's put it down into a lower gear too. So we're just going to do like 3rd gear or something, maybe 2. So that's even ghost pedaling right there a little bit in 2nd gear. So I'm going to bump it up. So we're doing about 4 miles an hour. So one of the things about this trike is it goes a lot slower than some of the other trikes I've tested, meaning some of the trikes I've tested, they go too fast for people. That's the point I'm trying to say. You know, for some folks, they need to go slow. They want to go slow. Maybe you got some health problems or something, and you just want the ability to just go nice and slow. And you can do that with this trike, okay? We're in pedal assist 1 right now, 3rd gear, and I can pedal along. The motor's doing most of the work. I can even do a little ghost pedaling if I want to slow down my pedaling a little bit. Just keep the crank turning, and with just keeping the crank turning, the motor's going to engage and keep doing what it's doing, what it's designed to do, which is to keep you propelling along. So that's 4 miles per hour. So let's jump up to pedal assist 2. Pedal assist 2, you can go a little faster. So let's see, what's it going to give us? About 6, maybe a little more. Yeah, just over 6 miles an hour it looks like in pedal assist 2. So for some people that's a nicer speed. Alright, so I'm already up in the 5th gear. So now we're already up into about 8 miles an hour. So pedal assist 2, it looks like it's going to give me about 8 miles an hour. I'm in 5th gear, and I'm mostly ghost pedaling at this point. Okay, I'm not keeping up with the bike at all. Let's go ahead and bump it all the way up into 7th gear. So now we're in 7th gear, and no ghost pedaling. I can just pedal right along. We're doing about 7 miles an hour now, nice and comfortable. And yeah, so let's bump it up into pedal assist 3. Motor's going to wind up just a little bit. Now this motor is pretty quiet, I will tell you that. It's a pretty quiet motor, and so I do appreciate that. Although we do have a little bit of a clunk in the back, and I haven't been able to find out what that is. I don't know if it's coming from the axle or if there's something else just bumping around, but there is a little clunk back there. And now we're doing about, in pedal assist 3, we're doing about 11 miles an hour. So that's working out for us. But I'm mostly ghost pedaling at this point. I can't keep up with it. Here's what it looks like if I'm going to try to keep up with it. Okay, that's how fast you got to move. I've got good pedal resistance now. You know, 11.5 miles an hour, 7th gear. And if you want to go into pedal assist 4, it's going to allow you to go faster. But now you're pedaling pretty fast, and most people aren't going to want to pedal this fast because it's just not comfortable. Guys, we've had a casualty. Oh, doesn't look like it's broke. A little damage there, just scratched up. That's my receiver that I keep attached to my cell phone. My cell phone was in my pocket, but the receiver was sticking out just a little bit because those aren't deep pockets. So I had it like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this part down inside my pocket so it doesn't come off like that again. Get out of this guy's way. All right, where were we? Where did we leave off? Oh, we were pedaling like mad trying to keep up with this thing. So, hey, we get up to speed really quick, that's for sure. So, you know, that pedal assist 4, I can't keep up with this thing. I'm doing a lot of ghost pedaling. It's at 15 miles an hour. It's just impossible to do. Yeah, impossible to do. You know, basically this trike is designed to ride it. If you want to pedal, ride it comfortably, probably around maybe pedal assist 3, you know, 10, 12 miles an hour or something at best. Probably not even that. Probably pedal assist 2 would be best. If you want to pedal, you can probably just go pedal assist 2, pedal around maybe 8 miles an hour or something. Okay, and that's a comfortable pedal. And then, you know, anything beyond that, just throttle. You know, just use your throttle and kick back and enjoy the ride. So it does get up to speed rather quickly. And on throttle, it's going to stop you right about 16. With my body weight, it's kind of bouncing around between 15.7 and 15.8. But that is quite all right. So we already talked about the brakes a little bit. My brakes are a little soft, so I do still need to adjust them a little bit more. But, you know, they work. They're going to stop you, no problem. No problem at all. And, you know, when you're riding down the road, you know, you tend to get a little bit of lean because of the road, the lean in the road just a little bit. So you might notice I'm counterbalancing slightly. I'll tell you what, we'll stop and show you what that looks like here in a moment. You know, it was sunny when I first came out, and look what I got to deal with now. Yeah, these clouds are rolling in here pretty quick, so we're gonna have to finish this thing up. All right, so let's do a little riding right here, and I'll show you what it looks like getting up on the driveway here, because we do have a significant bump. We're just going to go at an angle. We're going to go slow and show you what that looks like. See there, you've got that little teeter-tottering going on. Let's go through the grass up here. This is a pretty big hill. Get through the grass. We'll come down this thing again, go at an angle, and you see how it teeters a little bit. That's common of all trikes. Just showing you the stability of the trike, because it is pretty stable. I mean, I'm impressed. I mean, these little 16-inch tires are doing quite well. Let's go out here a little bit further. There we go. We're going to go off over here through the grass. And maybe, whoa, I hit the gas just as I was turning. That's kind of dangerous to do. You don't want to do that. Now, see here? And go back this way. Yeah. This thing just does well. Ooh, there's a big hole in my yard. Didn't have any problems with that. Yeah. This thing's just, I mean, it's got some giddy up. It's got some giddy up. Zipping around here in the grass, even though it's not really designed for this, it does it just fine. And there is minimal wheel slippage there. Not much at all. So I'm real happy with that. I've been real happy with the performance of this trike so far. Real happy with it. For being smaller tires like this. You know, so if you're someone who wants small tires, look, let's face it, some people don't like those big tires, right? They're intimidating and they're just large, and for some folks, you just don't need something like that. If you're mostly going to be on the hard surface, you know, maybe you're going to go run down to the grocery store, you live in a retirement community or something, you're just going to be in neighborhoods like this, then 16-inch tires, honestly, is probably all you need. And because they're street tires, they're not knobbies, which means it cuts down on the noise, so you don't have that noise aggravating you. So, yeah, for some folks, I could really see why some people would like to have a 16-inch trike. Significantly different than everything else that I have, since all my other trikes are a lot bigger. You know, they're all 20-inch tires, or 24-inch tires. But yeah, this thing's impressive. It's impressive. What else? Whoa, my wheel came off the ground there a little bit. Okay, guys, we forgot to demonstrate the most important feature of this trike, and that is its reverse function. So we're going to put it in reverse and back this booger up. What a great feature that is, huh? You can get this trike, throw it in reverse if you need to, hit the throttle, and away you go. Now, when you reverse, the pedals are going to automatically engage. I'm just ghost pedaling, but there's no way to stop that, okay? That's just how that is. Those pedals are going to move when you're in reverse. So just be aware of that. But yeah, what a great feature this is. I've only seen this feature on one other trike where it had a reverse function. And I think all trikes should have this reverse function because it's just so convenient to have, especially if you're, you know, a senior, or if you're somebody with some limitations. You get somewhere where you don't want to be, and you don't want to have to get off the trike and, you know, to reposition it and to back it up or to move it around. You want the option to be able to just hit the reverse button and go in reverse. And I think that is such a great feature. All right, guys, I'm not sure what else I can share with you about this trike. You know, we talked about its speed, we talked about how it performs, I demonstrated how stable it is, we talked about the different components. So let me know down below what questions you have about this trike, and I'll try to answer those for you. You know, if you want to check this trike out a little closer, there'll be a link down below. You can go and visit the website. And also, you know what? Sixthreezero, they have bikes. They have a couple other trike versions out there too that may interest you, so go check them out. That's going to be it for this video. So if you like it, give me a thumbs up. If you're new here, subscribe, because I got content for everybody. I got all kinds of content on this channel. And until the next video, you guys ride safe.